Hello, welcome to the Wildflower Magic Knits YouTube channel. I am your host, Katie. I'm coming to you from upstate New York, where I live with my partner, Alan, our 2 large dogs, and our 2 cats. The dogs are currently snoring in the background, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to edit that out or not, so hopefully it's not too distracting. So today I wanted to hop on and do I guess it's not just today. This is going to be a long withstanding process for me, but for you it'll only be 30 minutes. This video is another project vlog. If you have been here before, you would have seen my most recent video is the project vlog for what I'm currently wearing, which is the Moonset pullover by Ozetta, made out of Sirdar yarns. They're alpaca cashmere merino blend. I don't remember all the details off the top of my head, but it's all in the previous video and on my Ravelry page. So I did a vlog basically where I took you from casting on this project all the way through the very end, where I blocked it and styled it and said my thoughts about it, and I really loved that process. And so I decided I wanted to do it again, and this project feels like the perfect opportunity. So I was recently accepted to test Stolen Silver Spoons Lite by Nicole of Common Thread Fibers. All of the information for everything that I discuss will be in the description box below, as well as links to where you can find me and anybody that I reference or talk about. This is going to be a vlog style podcast, a little bit of chattiness throughout, just like little updates. At least that's what I did last time, so we'll see how this one goes. But that's the plan. I'm going to take you through the entire process from today, where we're kind of reviewing the pattern that got sent to me and going through all the steps. So, like I said, this is a test for Nicole of Common Thread Fiber. I tested the regular Stolen Silver Spoons, which is a worsted weight pullover. They are compound raglans. They have a lace detail on the raglan increase line. And then the worsted weight Stolen Silver Spoons pullover is a little more fitted, and it's cropped, and it's very cute. I wear it all the time. This one she describes it in the pattern as a tailored but relaxed fit, so it's a little bit less snug across the chest, and then it does have optional A-line shaping. She also puts instructions in for optional bust darts, which I will be doing, and then it's also short sleeve and fingering weight. Is that everything that I needed to say about it? So if you're not familiar, a compound raglan is, a traditional raglan, I guess I should start there. A traditional raglan, you increase, usually it's every other round, and that creates increases that kind of go in just a straight line. And that can cause some problems, especially when you have larger chest circumferences, because you have to knit more and more and more rows to get to that size, right? So if you're doing, like this size would stop here, but if you have a larger chest, you wouldn't be able to stop until down here, which causes problems because that can put your armhole depth really, really low. So compound raglans increase at a little more of like a natural curve to where your body sits, right? So instead of increasing every single or every other row, you're increasing at different ratios to get to the size that you need at like an appropriate armhole depth. So it creates kind of like a curve. I find compound raglans fit me significantly better, and I wear them a lot more often than my regular raglans. And so I tend to be pretty exclusive with compound raglans at this point in my knitting career, knitting journey, whatever. If it's a raglan, I want it to be compounded so that I know that it's going to fit me well and I'm not going to have my armhole depth be way down here. So this is a compound raglan. Nicole, the way that she sets up her patterns, she has a separate document that has a chart for your size specifically. So you would just get, I believe on this one, you just download your size. So you don't have to like wade through all of the different sizes, which is super nice. So you can download your size, and it's a tracker to show you on what rows you're increasing, and it shows you when to increase and where you're increasing. And it's also really convenient to like check it off. When I did it with Stolen Silver Spoons, the OG, I, just ticked off all of the rows that I did so I could keep track of where I was and when I needed to be increasing, and it went so smoothly. So I'm excited for that same setup again. I've discovered I really love patterns that are like that. So yeah, I kind of look out for that, and that's something that'll make me click buy a little faster on Ravelry. So I'm very excited for this. Let's get into some of the details of the pattern. Everything that I share, obviously, are things that are going to be available outside of the paywall. So like the schematic, I will share the schematic here because Nicole shares that without you needing to buy the pattern. Obviously, I'm not sharing company secrets here. But Nicole is very upfront because she wants to make sure that you know what you're getting and that you feel really confident in your purchase with her patterns. So all of the, you know, she shares the entire schematic and answers questions very honestly. And so I will share a little bit here. The needle size that it calls for is a US 4 or a 3.5 millimeter needle. The gauge is in stockinette stitch. It is in circular stockinette stitch. It's 24 stitches and 37 rows per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. And she includes in the pattern the amount of yarn that you need if you're going to do the A-line shaping and if you're not going to do the A-line shaping. So I am doing the A-line shaping. It's just kind of a gradual increase as you go down the body from the fullest part of the bust down to the hem. I am planning on doing that. I think it'll look very cute with the outfits that I have planned. So I will be doing that. I am knitting size, I don't think I've said this yet, I'm knitting size 5, which is a 44-inch bust. And with A-line shaping, I will need 1,440 yards of fingering weight yarn. She also includes estimates for if you choose to do bust starts and what size you're planning on doing, how much yarn you'll need to add. So for mine, I'm gonna do cup size 2, and I need to add 46 yards for my bust starts. The techniques that are required per the pattern are knitting flat, knitting in the round, increasing and decreasing in pattern, which is explained in detail throughout the pattern, picking up stitches, reading at the same time instructions, and shadow wraps if you're planning on doing the bust starts. Her patterns have the lace charted and written out, so you could do either. And there is at the same time instructions, but according to the pattern, it's written in a modular way to try to avoid you having to flip back and forth. I know when I did the regular Stolen Silver Spoons, I really just had like the lace chart and then my increase chart or increase PDF. That was really the only things that I needed to kind of toggle between, but I just combined them in my little row one. And row one is the knitting app I use primarily. I have Knit Companion too, but I, for some reason, gravitate towards row one. I just combined them so I didn't have to like toggle, and it worked really well. She says that the goal is for you to be, I'm reading directly from the pattern. The goal is for you to be able to work the entire yoke with a single page of charts / instructions and your progress chart in front of you. So she tries to keep you from needing to look at 7 different things at once, you know? She recommends choosing the size closest to your actual bust measurement, which as I already said is size 5 for me, which correlates with a 44-inch bust or a 122 centimeter bust. The ease intended is 0 to 1 inch of positive ease. So I think that's all the pattern details. Nicole does have her patterns available in multiple places once it's released. And I believe it's like mid-June-ish when the test is over. So probably shortly after that it will be released. But I will have links to her, all of her socials and her newsletter and all of that stuff you can find in the link in the description box below, so you can keep tabs on all of that. So without further ado, I think it's time to swatch and get started. I'm so excited. This is also my first time using my Knitting for Olive. I think I have several colors of this. I did a big Knitting for Olive shop sometime last year, and I have several colors of this yarn, so I'm really hoping I like it. But I guess we'll see. And thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know what you're working on in the comments down below while you hang out. And without further ado, let's get knitting. very stormy out today, so our lighting is not the best. And I'm also staying in my pajamas all day because I don't feel well. So, surprise day off of work. But we've joined in the round. Cute. It looks pretty squished right now, but that's fine. So we can do a close-up of the lace, pre-blocking. So here's the back. We have lace on both sides, on the back and on the front. And I will be separating for sleeves in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rounds. Okay, we have split for sleeves. I've done like a row since I split, so now we're just gonna work away on the body. When I signed up to do the test, there's the option for A-line shaping, and I said that I probably would do the A-line shaping. I am kind of questioning whether I'm gonna keep doing that. Just because I've been thinking about how this is going to fit into my wardrobe, and most likely it's going to be tucked into high-waisted skirts like almost every day. However, if the A-line shaping, like as long as I get the A-line to hit at my waist, then I think it'll still look just fine tucked in. And then I can also wear it like with leggings and a cardigan in the fall. So thinking I'm still going to do the A-line. So time to work on the body. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I have Edible Thoughts Makes newest podcast about her simple tee on, and I'm gonna just knit away. on the body. We are about to do bust shaping. I think I have another maybe like 1.5 inches, and then I'll do some bust darts. The lace goes all the way down the side panel, which I think is really pretty. So my goal is to get the bust darts completely done soon. And then next up will be the A-line shaping, but I'm going to a concert tonight, and so I want to just be in a good like stockinette in the round position. Maybe some A-line shaping if we get that far, but my goal is to get the bust darts done before we leave for the concert, which I have plenty of time, so as long as I don't get super distracted, I think I should be fine. But oh my god, goodness, we'll see. This is my favorite place to knit, but I hate that the lighting is so terrible. And I don't want to go knit somewhere else just for the vlog, so we're just dealing with it. Okay. We are working our way through the body. We're done with bust darts. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Probably like 1/2 inch, and then start the A-line shaping. So I need to get a move on because this is almost due. And this much left in my ball of yarn. This is my 3rd 50-gram ball of yarn, I think. Now I don't remember if it's my 2nd or my 3rd. It's my 3rd, for sure my 3rd. This is my 3rd skein of 50 grams. So I have a podcast on. I'm currently watching Shannon from Whiskey and Wool, her newest Cast On With Me episode. I love those episodes. So I'm watching that. I have Ashes here. I'll show you what Aurora's doing so you know what all that noise is. Aurora, what are you doing? Okay, let's get knitting. There's dog fur in my coffee. Don't judge me. If I didn't drink coffee with dog fur in it, I would never get my coffee finished, okay? one. It's blocked. I've worn it several times already, and I'm obsessed. Okay, so we're gonna talk details, and then I will put on a few different outfits of different ways that I have worn it or that I think I'm going to wear it. And yeah, let's get into it. So first, my measurements were pretty spot on. It is a 44-inch bust, which is what I was going for. That's size 5. My bust fluctuates between like 44 and 46, usually closer to that 44. And so that's the size I was going for. This pattern is intended to be kind of tailored. It's supposed to have 0 to 1 inch of positive ease. So we were spot on there. I did knit the pattern to length, which does not happen very often. Usually I crop everything, but I did knit it to length, and I did the optional A-line shaping, and I also did a size 2 for the optional bust darts because that's what fits me the best. I used a total of 180, it was a little over, it was like 181 is what I put on Ravelry, I think. It was like 180.8 grams of the Knitting for Olive cotton merino that I used in the color Japanese Anemone. And oh, I shortened the sleeves. Nicole's sleeves are a lot longer. It's a lot longer in the pattern. Hi, Ashes. You want to hang out while I talk about Stolen Silver Spoons? Okay. So I did shorten the sleeves. That's really the only modification that I made, just because I prefer my sleeves to be a lot shorter. So I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I told you how much yarn I used. I did the A-line shaping. Yeah, I've already worn it several times, and it fits so well. I wore it during a huge heat wave that we had here I was in the Midwest at the time, but I live in upstate New York, and it was hot here too. But in the Midwest, there was a huge heat wave last week or the week before, and I wore this out and about during the day, and it was so cool. This yarn is lovely to work with and lovely to wear. I love it so much that I started another project in this yarn in a different color immediately after finishing this one. So stay tuned for that project vlog. A few of the details that I wanted to point out is Vader's nose. Hello. Doggy interruption. So there is I-cord bind-offs on all of the finishing. We have the lace detail here that goes all the way down the side. And then the A-line, which will show a little bit better when it's not tucked in and I'm standing up. So let's do a little outfit montage, I guess. Next we have these pants that have monarch butterfly wings on them, and they're like flared at the bottom. I think that the A-line shape, like the very gentle A-line, and then the tighter pants with the flare at the bottom is like such a cute combo. These are like these linen cotton blend shorts that I have that are like really flowy. Perfect for that super hot weather I was just talking about. I could also, I don't think I like tucking that in actually. We'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, this skirt has flowers and little ghost bees all over it from Hot Topic. And this skirt is a little straighter than the last ones. It's like all bunched up. Oh, I did a bad job tucking it in. This one's a little like straighter than the last one, a little less flowy, but it still has a lot of movement because these buttons down the front, which I just love. Look how cute they are. So this is another one where I could do tucked or untucked. And I think it looks really cute either way. Okay, this is the last skirt that I'm gonna put on. I just think it looks so cute with the different skirt like silhouettes. It makes it look so different. To me anyway, maybe not. This one has a little moth So I probably wouldn't untuck it because I don't want to cover up the moth. I think it would look cute untucked as long as I was okay covering up the little moth. But I love the colors together. I think it's so pretty. So I think leggings and a long cardigan in the fall/winter with like boots, super cute. Yeah, I love it. I think that it's gonna be one of my most worn because it's so versatile. Like I can wear it with all these skirts, shorts, pants, but I can also wear it with like leggings and a cardigan in the fall. So I think it's gonna be worn a lot, and I grabbed this color a lot because it matches so much of what I already own. So I'm obsessed. I think that I will probably make another one. I have several different colors of this yarn. I kind of bought a bunch of different colors during a sale that they had last year. So I think I have like yellow, a purple, I have another shade of pink. I might have like a light green. I don't remember all the colors I have, but I do have more colors of this yarn, and I have enough to make this again. So I think I'm going to, which would make this my first ever pattern that I have knit twice, other than like socks. Socks don't count. As far as garments, this will be the first one that I have ever knit twice, but I honestly see myself casting on another one just like this in a different color because I love how it fit and I love how it worked up. Especially once you kind of get into the rhythm with the lace and how the increases work, it just was a breeze. So I would say when you're going to cast this on, if you decide to make one for yourself, when you're getting ready to start it, just take a minute to figure out how the lace and the increases work together, and like put it in your brain in a way that clicks, and then it's such an easy pattern because it's the same thing. All like the lace is the same all the way down, and it's very intuitive. It's only a 6-row repeat, I think. So it's very intuitive and it's very easy to see what you're doing and to fix any mistakes. I did have to drop down and fix kind of a lot because when we were at a concert, I messed up the lace, and so I had to drop down like probably like 8 or 10 rows and redo the lace all the way up, and it was such an intuitive lace pattern that it really wasn't that hard. So highly recommend. I will tag all of the, as always, everything I talk about will be in the description box below, so I will definitely make sure to link all of Nicole's socials and everywhere that you can find her so that you can get access to this pattern because it's lovely. And if you're not on her email thread already, I also highly recommend you sign up for that. Her newsletter is amazing. It's all about the heroine's journey, and she writes in a very poetic Dungeons and Dragons-y kind of fairy tale world vibe, and I love it. In her test email, where she did her tester appreciation for this, she called me a land mermaid, which just made my whole day. I loved it. That is the vibe. Land mermaid, woodland fairy, like that's the vibe. So that was awesome. I loved that. So go sign up and check her out. And if you knit a Stolen Silver Spoons, let me know. And otherwise, stay tuned because another project vlog is coming very, very soon because I have already cast it on. As always, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. Let me know what you're working on in the comments below, or if you have any questions about my testing experience, or I don't know, let's chat. I'm on here to build community and have other fiber friends, so just say hi. Take care, guys. Happy crafting. Bye.